and we don't have a bassist on stage or a pedal steel player. Let's see how it works if I also don't have an amp. And so I stuck the Iridium on there, and I loved it. I went to the dark side, and I'm not coming back.
When your tour rig right now, I was looking, it's no amps. You've got the Strymon Iridium,
Yes.
which is exactly what I'm using on fly dates. But I tried
Oh, for real?
absolutely. But I
Yeah.
just bring my pedal board and my Iridium, which is the most freeing thing ever because it's like I've got a
Yes.
whole rig in my suitcase with my guitar.
I'll tell you, it's kind of funny because now I've built this monster. You can see it on that episode of That Pedal Show that I did recently. You can
Yeah.
see the whole thing in all its gory detail. It's my pedal board for my solo thing is so big now. It's like bringing an amp with you. I have it in like a giant Pelican. It's a little less like. I mean, it's still. I love that thing. I love that gig rig switcher. Makes it all work, and also the I've got on there that Walrus Audio Canvas stereo DI,
Yeah.
so I can have all my stereo delays and all that stuff, which is super fun. But yeah, I love it, man. It's I've got like real quick. I just I was messing around. I had some people build me an Ableton rig for live with the idea in mind that I was looking for a way because I go out and do like proper solo shows, just me and an acoustic guitar, like from time to time. And I always get a little bored at those with because I can't really play like guitar solos and stuff. And I just wanted to have something to be able to play against. So I was trying to figure out a way. We stemmed out all my records and loaded this thing up. And I was just kind of messing with it at my studio and trying to figure out, well, how could what could I use from my records to kind of play against and figure out a way to make that cool and work. And then there were some times where my bass player was busy with something else, and me and the drummer would rehearse, and we'd be like, "Well, let's just turn on the track rig and see how we can just play along to that." And
Yeah.
so we had luckily done that a little bit, and then I was in the middle of doing shows in December, and my bass player and my pedal steel player both got COVID. So all of a sudden, we were halfway through the shows and lost half the band. So we just jumped into it and we just went, well, this wasn't exactly what we were planning on doing, but we've got this thing, you know what I mean? It's either cancel the shows or figure this out real quick. So we just did it. And after a couple of shows, I was like, you know what? Let's if I'm already on in-ears and I'm already listening to a click and I got to be on a click with the Ableton and all the stuff and we're doing that whole thing. So let's see how this works. And we don't have a bassist on stage or a pedal steel player. Let's see how it works if I also don't have an amp. And so I stuck the Iridium on there, and I loved it because for that type of setup, especially like for my solo thing, I'm playing small clubs. Your amps to me never sound good in my in ears.
No.
It just never does. You're like nothing against local sound people, but like you're always like I don't bring like a sound person out generally, and so you're kind of at the mercy of whoever just happens to be there, and it would always sound really rough, and getting that to sit right was hard. So having the Iridium, just it's like your amp is just like beamed into your brain. It's so good.
Why not do like
So
a
real
oh no, I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so real quick, I just I went to the dark side, and I'm not coming back, man. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
to be honest, like on a van tour, man, you need that. That's nice to have that extra space in the van that's not taken up by my two, you know, my
Twin
two
reverbs
deluxe
or
reverbs or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
What did you try a bunch of amp sims? Because I tried probably 3 or 4, and then I was like, the Iridium to me sounded the best by far and played the best.
The Iridium appealed to me the most for a couple of reasons. First off, the three amps that it's bundled with those are the three amps that I go to. It's a deluxe reverb, it's an AC30, and it's a Marshall. And
Yeah.
those are the three types of amps that I play. It's like they designed that thing just aimed at me. Plus, it's this big,
Yeah.
and it's just got knobs like an amp, so you don't have to like learn some entirely new. You don't have to program anything or learn some new language. It's just the simplicity and the specific amps that it comes with, and then the sound. To me, it just sounds amazing. I mean, it's it's blasphemous to say, but on when you're dealing with like dirty power and your amp not being mic'd up right, it sounds better a lot of the time. I mean, let's just be honest. It does. It
I
sounds
was
better.
like, I was blown away, especially like for me, like I'll fly and we'll have backline stuff. And so like you never know what kind of backline deluxe reverb or what you're gonna get backline. Like is gonna
It ain't gonna be good though.
it's
It's
not
not
gonna be
like,
good.
oh, I brought you my vintage '65 that's that's totally cherry.
Yes.
That ain't your backline, you
No, it's
know?
like the amp that hasn't been serviced in 10 years. Like that's the amp you get. Like,
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
the Strymon. I did maybe like 10 or 15 dates with it last year. And I was like, it also made me so happy that I was like, I'm fully self-contained. Like I've got my flyboard
Yes,
and a
yes.
guitar and I'm ready to play a gig.
Yep,
Like that blows
yeah.
my mind.
Oh, dude, I just toured the UK and did, some shows over there, and I brought two tellies and my pedal board. That was it.
That was it.
Boom.
You're ready to rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah.
When no, what are you gonna say? Will you ever
Oh,
go Kemper?
I mean, I have never messed with those, but I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I have a Line 6 Helix that I've had for years that I've actually been using on this new guitar show thing that I was talking about. I just play through that because it's then I don't have to mic anything up, and I'm in my little podcasting room, and it sounds killer. It sounds amazing. You know what I mean? Like it's so yeah. I am 100% of the mindset of like these are all tools to get the job done, and if it sounds great, don't overthink it.
It also feels good. Like it doesn't feel like an amp, but I don't mind the way it feels, the Iridium.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
super, super easy to play.